Hello parents and carers, and welcome to this week's newsletter, and welcome back to the final term. I hope the break was restful and restorative for you and your families. And welcome back to Rachel Ivey and Mark Kennedy, who return back to the school after periods of leave. For many of our Year 12 students and staff, the holidays were the opportunity for revision lectures and trial exams, completing them and correcting them. And I'd like to thank those staff involved, but particularly Mount Sion Head of Learning Brad Smith, for the hard work and commitment to helping VCE students prepare for their final exams. The holidays also provided us the opportunity for the completion of our new weights gym and training centre at Westcourt. This facility will support our High Performance Excellence program at Year 9. And also at Westcourt, we have the long-awaited upgrade of our student toilet facilities. We're able to complete that during the break. During the holidays, I found some additional opportunity for recreational reading. And one of the novels I read was called Chai Time at Cinnamon Gardens. It's a novel that deals with racism, anti-immigrant sentiment, and the emergence of an authoritarian populism in modern-day Australia. It made me think a lot about the modern Australian multicultural society that our students are graduating into, and whether we're preparing them adequately for that. I think we are. I can't think of a time in recent history where it's been more important to have young people of courage and commitment entering our increasingly insular and fractured society. With open conflict and rising tensions in many parts of the world, there's a natural temptation for us to become more insular and fearful of the other. And of course, our Christian tradition reminds us that the other is not another, rather they're one of us. And I'm confident that St. Joseph's deeply immerses each student into this Christian worldview during their time with us. Our graduates are prepared for the challenge to challenge increasingly prevalent extremist views that seek to marginalise minority groups. They're prepared to use their voices to advocate for the voiceless, the disadvantaged and the disenfranchised, including refugees and those on the margins of our society. After the reflections and comments made as part of the graduation formalities of our Year 12 class of 2023 this week, I remain profoundly optimistic regarding their capacity and commitment to do this. This week we held our final full school assembly on Monday during the day. Then families joined us for the graduation mass and ceremony on Monday evening. Listening to the students reflect on the highlights of the last 6 years, their understanding of what they take away from their time at St. Joseph's confirms my optimism. The graduating class of 2023 has been an outstanding group. They've come through some difficult times together, particularly during the pandemic and remote learning in Year 9 and 10, and the death of one of their friends. Despite, or maybe because of this, they're a really close-knit group and have strong bonds. On behalf of the staff and community, I'd like to record my congratulations to the class of 2023 and thank them for their contribution to St. Joseph's and wish them well for the future. The referendum on a First Nations voice to Parliament will be held next Saturday, October 14. As readers will be aware, our senior students have had the opportunity to listen to formal presentations from political leaders promoting arguments for both the yes and the no campaigns. Our position as a college is that we support a yes vote, and this is in line with the publicly adopted position of Edmund Rice Education Australia and that of most religious and educational leaders and organisations in Australia. We believe that the potential benefits of a voice to Parliament on the lives and future of First Nations people far outweigh any concerns. We believe a yes vote aligns with our values, touchstones and commitment to justice. Last week, St Joseph's hosted senior students from 16 other schools as part of a United Nations summit. Those involved were challenged to work through a global problem using the same methodology used by the United Nations, with each group asked to take the perspective of a particular country and seek to negotiate a resolution. This is another small example of our commitment to preparing young men with the capacity and commitment to make their world a better place. Thank you to Laura Gordon and Jackson Langhorne for their coordination of this event. And finally, this week our Year 9 students have been on their annual camp, with the group split between the Grampians and the Otways. Reports have been filtering back through the week, and it's clear that this has been a magnificent experience for the students as they get to challenge themselves in a variety of ways and bond together as a group. I'm very grateful to everybody involved in making this camp possible, including all our staff and the organisers Cassie Gleeson, Luke Parsons and Nathaniel Smith. God bless.